Tomorrow Spider Queen, a final best of one before we're heading into the semifinals. So this time we got Team against Team RageQuit. And this is another one that's pretty interesting because Team RageQuit, I mean for Team obviously they have done once again spectacular. They seem a little bit vulnerable this season on the other hand. So they weren't as dominant as in the fall and the summer season. They are still in the #1 spot in the standings as we are starting to slowly head towards the playoffs. This is qualifier number 8. But they've proven to be vulnerable and they lost multiple of the qualifiers. So with that in mind, they're not playing with their full lineup today. Ultralisk is not playing, so instead we got Panda subbing in. But as I mentioned, Team RageQuit is actually an interesting case because they're currently trying to break into the top 8. And they're doing pretty well here. So for them, it's already a bit of a win to get this far in the tournament, going up against a Team today. Of course, if they reach the semis, that would be just insane. That would make it much, much easier for them to really establish and hold that position in the top 8 so that they can qualify for the playoffs. But we'll see how well they're going to do here. Getting here is already a big first step. That really helps them a lot. And I think that at least temporarily gives them the #8 position. Either way, it's still a best of one when Tomorrow Spider Queen is mentioned. We got Jojo banned out. We got Rhaegar quickly banned. The winner of this is then going to move on to meet the Chili Donuts, who played a very, very interesting game in the tournament to get to the semifinal. So it could definitely be a highlight no matter what happens here. But on Tomorrow Spider Queen, I really want to see what especially Team is currently showcasing. Keep in mind that they are the ones that played Probius a couple of times on this map. So that could technically happen again. But either way, now with Lucio being banned, are we going to get a ban on Stukov 2? Are they going to shift things around slightly? Or what's the game plan for now? Blaze. Okay, Blaze gets banned on the bot lane. And now it's time to show us a bit of what they've planned today. The interesting part here is that there's multiple heroes that we normally see eliminated that are currently still available. So, yeah, Dainu has every single pick that he normally wants. Again, one of the reasons why Karrigan and Maiev are currently not touched is because Ultralisk is not here. Normally, those are definitely bans that are made against the blue team. But we get Junkrat to open things up. Could poke against the Turn-in. Again, you want to control both of the Turn-ins as best you can, and any poke from range is going to help you with that. Could still see a Stukov here, obviously. But first, we have Dehaka and Hanzo to start us off with. Okay. Let me see. I'm actually a little bit curious myself to what exactly Masquerade is playing today. If we're going to see maybe something along the lines of Diablo. That would be pretty neat. But for now it's Malfurion and it's Urel. Yeah, so you got Junkrat already for the outside poke. You get Malfurion, who can also start to fire around and interrupt. And of course lock down in an ideal world with any frontliner that is helping him here. As the bans come through, this is really the moment when you're trying to think what Masquerade is going to play. And since they played Stitches already multiple times on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and they already have Malfurion, it's a pretty good ban. Yeah, they played Stitches multiple times here, and with Urel and Malfurion, plus also Junkrat, you want to get rid of him as quickly as you can. This is great for Stitches. Once that you land that hook, Malfurion can follow up with the root, Junkrat has his mine, Urel can displace the targets as well. So yeah, banning Stitches here makes a whole lot of sense. Especially since the blue team has already shown that they really like to play him. So with that, we got Tracer locked in for Limo. He loves this Tracer. He absolutely loves this Tracer, and he has to showcase once again that he is able to annoy the other team. And Stukov, obviously, as a pick, is also finally coming through here. Took him a long time to make an appearance, but here he is. And we get Dibbles. We were hoping for him, and we're getting him. Diablo in the house. And what about Panda Colada? What are we getting from the sub player today? He's subbing in for Ultralisk, as pointed out before. And it is Sylvanas. Okay, so Junkrat and Sylvanas for the damage. And Shizakit, still need a main tank. What do you actually have? What's available still? You could go Muradin, I suppose. Garrosh is still up. Could take him. A Nubarak. I mean, with Stukov, you could try to go for an Nubarak dive, I suppose. If you want to play around the Cocoon here. But yeah, you go for Garrosh. And with that, we are set for our map. Okay, let's go. Qualifier number 8. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Team against Team RageQuit. Let's see which team advances to the semi-final to meet the Chili Donuts. Quasar on Urel for the blue team. Dino and Sylvanas, they swapped around. Panda Colada is playing Junkrat. We have Nagrom on Malfurion and Masquerade on Diablo. On the right side of the map, then again, we got Team RageQuit, the challengers today, with Shizakid on Garrosh, Alex Badman on Stukov, Down for Life is playing Dehaka, Limo on Tracer, that's where it gets interesting, and No Game, No Life is playing Hanzo. Best of 1, we're still very, very early in the tournament here, qualifier number 8. The winner advances to the semi-final, the first best of 3 series of the day, where they would face off against the Chili Donuts, who were able to win their game earlier today. Very interesting game, by the way, indeed. And it seems that we have Limu already disconnecting. Look at this. That Slacker. The game is only 17 seconds long, and he is already dropping out. I mean, I can understand that he's a little bit nervous, showing off his Tracer skills against a team that is on the level of Team. But seriously, dude, like, if you are so nervous that you pee your pants here and you pull a Frenchie just dropping out of the game right away, running away from the challenge, and I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if that bodes well for the future of Team RageQuit. I mean, he literally RageQuit at this point, as it seems. So that's already bad. But yeah, hopefully, of course, he's going to make it back into this one. But there is going to be there's a lot of responsibility that hinges on his shoulders. He's the one that really needs to start applying pressure, and you gotta be careful when you're up against someone like Diablo. We had the situation in the past already during HTC times where some Diablo players were absolutely murdering Tracer players. Just ask Fan what he thinks of Breeze's Diablo plays against Tracer, and you'll get an answer. But yes, so Tracer has to be careful. It's not only Diablo that you have to be careful about. You have also Malfurion up against you. We have, in this case, with Sylvanas, the chance that there's going to be a control ult on level 10. I mean, either way, that's going to happen. So if you connect that, then Tracer is also in trouble. So they really got to be careful with her. So a lot is definitely going to hinge on him. He needs to be the one applying pressure, diving in and out consistently. Can't just simply hang back like Hanzo, for example. Like the soy boy that always goes to Starbucks and orders himself a soy latte with extra cream, double sugar, and yeah, almond milk, like whatever. There was this thing, honestly, on Twitter someday where people were talking about the orders that some make at Starbucks, and some of the baristas there, they shared that, and holy shit. If anybody would demand that kind of coffee from me, you can't even call it coffee anymore, I would just rage quit hard. I was just like, yeah, screw you, do it yourself. There's the kitchen. It's like absolutely incredible. Like some of these orders, if you haven't seen it yet, Google it. I'm pretty sure that you can actually get a glimpse there because that stuff was insane. Absolutely insane. Felt like a parody. Honestly, felt like an Onion article, but apparently that stuff was real. Now, either way, yeah, I mean, he's still not making it back. So that is taking forever. We're going to be back in a moment, hopefully with him. Would kind of suck if at this point he would have... I mean, if he experienced any kind of like full-on outage, which we had a few times, then he's not going to be back anytime soon. But well, as I said, he makes it back into the game, so here we are. But either way, now... For the time being, let's see what he can do here. Already attacking Dino. I like it, I like it. So he goes up to the biggest name on the other side, or one of the biggest, and immediately applies some pressure. Tracer, again, keep an eye on Limo. They also need to keep an eye on him, though. Shizakid, careful. That's once again Masquerade in full action. Looking for the angles here. So yeah, Limo's back to business. So are we. And with that, we have at the bot lane, Dehaka, a little bit of a global that he can use too. And all the way up at the top, there's the next rotation, straight into the middle. No Game Low Life is a little bit alone here, and with Dino and Masquerade rotating, he's like, hey, team, help! And he gets at least some assistance, but Garrosh isn't enough. It's honestly the bully game. There's so much testosterone flying around between Masquerade and between Shizakit. Well, maybe not between the two players, but at least when it comes to the two characters. Diablo and Garrosh, they're always bullying everybody. You know that when they were in high school, they were stuffing nerds into lockers all day long. I mean, both of them. Throwing them to each other and then bam, locker plays. All day, every day. So that's exactly what's going on there. But yeah, for now, no kills yet. Obviously, we see a few gems being collected. And, well, Masquerade gets also flipped here. And they try to isolate him. Tracer in trouble, and Limu is dead. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Urel had her number, jumped into the way, and then the goat just bodied good old Tracer. The cavalry is down, and now that Garrosh gets dropped, that's an early double kill for the blue team that allows them to also deliver a few gems if they want to. They get the early level 4, and that was a great start right now. Yeah, starting off with a bit of a bang. And applying pressure down at the bottom of the map. Urel, I really like Urel in games on this level. Honestly, her with just a display, with that move, is just like, get the fuck away from me. You stink. Urel just comes in and is like, get out, just get out. Like, get away from me, imbecile. Take a shower. And against the Haka, and especially against Hogger, that's definitely the truth. But as they are trying to go for the camp, they get attacked. And that is the Quasar biting the dust, isn't he? That has to be a kill, and it should be a double. How the hell did Urel get out? Dino dies on Sylvanas, so good kill. But with 40 HP, Quasar was able to move out of the fight. Are you kidding? He was the one that I had already put down as a sure kill. But instead, he gets away. Now, we have still another one, as all of a sudden Panda Colada gets dropped, so goodbye Junkrat. Nicely done by Hanzo. And that puts us even on kills. Both of the teams starting to fight here. Good to see that Team RageQuit is not simply rolling over here. Instead, they're making the moves. And also Masquerade, again, in play. What can they do with him? Not much. Well, Siege Giants are still active, or one of them is. Siege Giants should actually get like an enrage upgrade. If I was a Siege Giant, you know, if you're like a duo, you have your buddy, your brother, whatever it is, as a Siege Giant, wouldn't you get mad when he gets killed? Honestly, I think if there's only a single Siege Giant around and there's not a second, they should get a Bloodlust upgrade or something like that. I would be fucking mad. I mean, first of all, I would already get angry if I'm just sitting in a corner somewhere and I'm having a nap, and then I get attacked and have to actually fight for a team. But okay, I can at least accept that, you know. But then once you are really into it, right, and your brother dies, I mean, come on, give me a break. If that guy gets killed, I would be furious. They should get a Bloodlust upgrade for sure. It's very inconsistent. You're fighting for like your entire life with one guy next to you, he gets killed, and you just sit there and you're like, nah, that's fine. Didn't like the fucker anyways. So yeah, I don't know. But Limo is in trouble, lands the bomb and is able to make it out. Good moves from Junkrat, and oh boy, Leo can be happy that he got the heal there and jumped the fountain. No, that could have been a problem. I like how they are both super aggressive around it now. So we have still the pressure applied from the blue team, and they managed to take the top wall down, so that's good. And down to the bottom of the map, still our 1v1 between Urel and Dehaka. Yeah, a lot of poke here. A lot of poke happening. Quasar gets dragged. They want the goat, and they get the goat. Goodbye. Got a little bit too greedy there. I thought like, yeah, I'm just gonna push them back, show dominance a little bit, pee on them or something. And then once he does his move, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's the Haka, and he just comes in for the lick. And that's game for Urel. 3 kills to 3, level 9 versus level 9. I like it, but the blue team has been a bit more successful in turning in. Masquerade is holding them most of the gems for them now. Oh, careful. Nearly a kill over here too, but Tracer! They both die. Double kill. Tracer and Sylvanas are both dead, and we have a fight on our hands for sure. Great drag on Nogrom, and that's another one. Malfurion is down. Well done. The arrow straight to the face, and there's the kill. The Panda Colada collecting the gems right now, getting ping spammed here too. If anything, I'm a bit surprised the Team RageQuit was not trying to capture some of them. But that's a pretty good move. So now they try to deliver the final few, and the blue team is instead able to make it happen with the Quasar at the bottom of the map. But still, not too bad. Level 10 on both sides now. And it's party time. 6 kills to 4. Team RageQuit. Oh yeah. Yeah, blue team gets the first web weavers. So now that we have those touching ground, let's see how much damage they can do. They did a decent job earlier to take some of the outer structures away. Destroy the towers, destroy the gates. Can they follow up with the fort now? That's the big question. And of course, what are we going to see on the damage side? Hanzo with the 21,000, 18,000 on Sylvanas. Yeah. And Limu is trying to make the plays. I mean, he's buying a lot of time. He's pushing them back. They all try to follow him. They need to save Panda and Nagrom, so that allows the rest of the team to make a move here. Oh, that arrow, boys. That arrow. Ooh! Ooh! Baby! Whew. That one is still flying today. I tell you, there's a couple of UFO sightings already in the US. It's only a Hanzo arrow. Don't worry, boys. It's only a Hanzo arrow. But, here we go. Malfurion is dead again. Nagrom is not really having a good time here. He is on the menu. On Tracer's menu for the day, but while all of this played out topside, the mid lane has been attacked. And you can say what you want. That Malfurion kill is nice, but you lose 2 forts. That's not a great... that's not really all that good. Now, they had an experience for at least the time being, just by a little bit, because they were able to get these kills. But then you look at the minimap, and 2 forts are down, and the top one is down to 50% HP. So, yeah, that's not really all that great. But okay. Now, I mean, if the blue team is able to just get a few more kills in another turn in, they could easily start snowballing this one. And that was a nice combo. Limo is still able to get out, but that is definitely making sure that he is keeping on his toes here. Now, the red team wants to, of course, turn in. They have 73 gems now. They already turned in 39. So they want to make the play now. But then again, team has currently enough gems for a second turn. And if they get that one, then, yep, it's going to become tricky. Because the forts are already gone. If you start talking keeps, then Team RageQuit has to make sure that they're not losing any additional structures. Okay, here comes the Haka. Looking for a slurpy movement. And Shizaki delivered. Yeah, he does. Close. But then again, there's the arrow. Okay, they hit that one. Shizaki is in trouble. They can't lose anybody here. If they lose them now, then that turn-in is not going to do jack shit for them. So Masquerade is a bit low. If they can get the kill, that would be great. That would shut the defense down. And they get it. They take Diablo down, but everybody's low, and the Haka dies. What about Garrosh? Yeah. Oh, nicely done. But with Dino fighting from the side, they still get the kill. So now they have the double. The Haka is down, Garrosh is down. Seems like Limo is also in a bit of a pickle, but he gets the kill. Both of the supports die, and Dino is finding himself... oh, sorry, Limo's finding himself on the wrong side of that battle. I mean, even if he escapes, he's not doing anything with that push, and I doubt that he's gonna be able to get out here. So Tracer is dead, Junker is having a great time, and now Hanzo dies too. Utter disaster for Team RageQuit. They get the turn in, but then they lose the entire team. It's a full 5-man wipe, 13 talents on both sides, and this results in a big experience lead for Team WAM. And in addition to that, that Web Weaver wave, of course, didn't do anything. Ah, well, it took a couple of towers down. But if you compare what the two teams were able to accomplish with their first objective, there's obviously a huge gap. But okay, that is potential momentum on the side of Team Ma, because now they can turn in, use level 16, and then in addition to that, get the Web Weaver wave. The only problem is that Urel just died, and they couldn't even recover the gems. That's a nice move. Maybe there is still hope for Team RageQuit. But a turn-in now would go a long way. And they still have enough gems. Blue team. If they can deliver with Junkrat, they can get the turn-in. Dino, alright. Has to be careful with the 33,000 damage. He's still ahead of Tracer. By quite a bit, by the way. Can't quite top Hanzo, though. That's not really possible. Alright, there's a little bullying. This time the arrow connects, and Dino is in trouble. But they get the kill on Garrosh. Tracer and Garrosh are both down. They traded Sylvanas, but Masquerade He's also getting murdered here. 3 versus 3. Back up on the map. Red team rather low right now. 34 gems for down for life. And Diablo is back. He had the soul stacks, so now they have the numbers advantage. They're still making the plays. Yeah, Panda Colada gets a bit slapped around. But this looks like Web Weaver wave number 2 for the blue team. Once that Junkrat delivers the 20 gems, doesn't even have to, 9 are enough. Then we're going to see the next wave. This one is already about to be dropped. Now, they don't have this talent advantage anymore that they were hoping for earlier. That, on the other hand, if they can rotate in, probably not. Nah. Camp gets taken. So, yeah, they take the camp now. But either way, this is the opportunity to make a play for keep. That, yeah, he makes it out. I was just about to say, that would have been a very unfortunate death if he gets caught with his pants down over there. And then dies just as the Web Weavers touch ground. But they are, of course, now trying to go straight up for the keeps. Take at least the walls down. If you take the walls down, that is giving you a pretty good position. Let's not forget that they also run Sylvanas here, so that definitely helps. The arrow nicely dodged, and that one is still flying. Happily ever after, flying through the globe. So, yeah, Hanzo for a bit of a high-risk, high-reward play here. But it didn't really do anything for them, so now they still have to try and defend this. But as they kill, Hanzo dies. Hanzo is dead, and they are making the play for Stukov, and he is in so much trouble. Yeah, the goat hooves first, straight to the face. Stukov down, the Admiral is going to get demoted again. Just too much feeding here today. So with now 3 against 4 on the map, they can pressure the keeps for sure. Bot lane Web Weaver has been taken out, but the one at the top is still active, and nobody's even daring to interfere there because they have to hold the position in the middle of the map. Quasar has his ult and can still use it to save himself, but yes, they are trying to follow. The top keep is still getting attacked and might be lost. Quasar low, and he gets out. What about Masquerade though? Can he escape too? That's the bigger question. Terror! The barbecue! How do you like your dinosaur steak? Well done. And another arrow, triple hit by Hanzo. We're nearly getting a kill on Tracer, but now they're all gonna die, aren't they? Urel is dead, so is Malfurion. Diablo has 27 gems and he dies too. And this freaking keep dies to the final catapult shot. At the bottom of the map, this one is down to 50% HP. And the one in the middle, they got so close to taking this down as well, but they just couldn't make it work. Now the only play that was available here for the red team was, of course, to go straight for the boss. And they make it immediately. That should finally allow them to go for the top fort. And you know, with a little bit of luck, also close the gap in experience to a point where they might be able to fight 20 versus 20 soon, TM. The good news for them is that the blue team has obviously lost pretty much every single gem that they were holding at this point. Panda Colada is now down at the bottom of the map. But they are making the plays. And Dehaka... Ah, nice! That was pretty cool. Well played. Panda Colada with a big mine. That was a big trap and mine that he had there. They get this one. They dodge everything, but Panda... They're both gonna die still, aren't they? Yeah. Tracer is down. Panda Colada is still on the run. Reptile! He's buying a lot of time, and he nearly got a counter kill on Stukov, but they both die. There's still a bit of a mid lane problem for the red team. And of course, as that fight happens at the top, the boss has started pushing, the fort has fallen. It's not going to go towards the keep. Over here, it's still a hope to get a kill and, more importantly, take that keep down. So that's the first objective. And I think this one they can accomplish now. Quasar, I mean, honestly, at this point, even if you have to YOLO for this one, why not? But apparently, they can save it. That one lonely spider is not going to take it down. Meantime, another player, they intercept Urel, or at least they try to. Ult is out. Wallon's challenge, and Urel is dead. There's just one player after another dying for the blue team, so it's just staggered death after staggered death. And by now, 20 talents are available for both teams. What a game all of a sudden. Seems like Team War took their foot off the pedal, and now there's momentum building up for Team RageQuit by the second because they get one staggered kill after another. So in this case, Urel died anyways, you know. If she would have at least YOLO'd for the keep, at least they would have taken that one down, but nope. 53,000 damage for Junkrat. And 63k for Hanzo. Red Web Weavers. The Red Web Weavers come down first. Oh, big arrow. Follow-up stun. And 1, 2. Easy kills. 3 down. Oh, boy. Yeah, we're going to take another look at this. Check this one out. Look at Hanzo. Look at Hanzo at the bottom here. Oh, beautiful hit. Great hit. And then they get the kills. And now it's a 4 versus 2 on the attack. They might be able to get momentum enough to take a keep down here. Maybe they can even draw even with Team Wah. Team Wah needs to stop wanking. They really need to start focusing a little bit more because that keep's gone. That top keep is gone. If you just start funning around because you think, guys, we got this in the bag, and then you get caught by arrows like this one, then you are in trouble. They could go for core. They should go for core. I mean, with Dehaka here, I'm honestly... well, maybe not with Urel and Diablo both. Yeah, they can't go for core. Forget what I said. The Quasar goes down, but maybe now they can make a play. With Urel off, the problem is that everybody else is going to be back in 5 seconds. But you can see that there's slowly starting to be a big problem for the blue team. So they're retreating, they're playing the safe, they're taking some of the side walls down. Dehaka is back, it's a 5v5. They hope for another arrow, but this one is once again not hitting anything. No Game No Life has a really weird arrow ratio. He threw so many out that didn't hit anything but air. But when he lands an arrow, he lands an arrow. You know what I mean? The last 2 or 3 before that air ball there were, I think, triple hits. So, yeah. It's an interesting one. Now they want the camp. Not enough gems for a turner on either side. And they should be able to get this one. They got the vision. Technically, both of the teams are on even footing now on structures. Technically, it's the same situation. The catapult spawns, at least, are identical. Now, the keeps for the red team are insanely low in HP. But who cares, right? As long as the opponent doesn't get to them and can take them down. Why would you care? It's all about the catapult spawn. And on that end, they are tied. So it's about turn-ins now. It's about momentum. It's about getting a kill. And, well, when is it going to be about the boss again? In 30 seconds! 30 measly seconds is when the boss is back up on the map. Alright. So, Shizakiri's hoping for connect at the front. And Limu... Oh! Baby! We got a double! Yep, we got a double, ladies. You want to see it again? Well, maybe the counter engage here. Alright. They are retreating. You want to see the arrow again? You want to see the arrow again, right? Yeah, there's the arrow again. Alright, look at this. They set it up. Here comes Tracer, making the play, slowing them down, and then Hanzo says, thank you very fucking much. And down they go. Fight continues. They try to go for Devils. Oh, the barbecue. Diablo down, but they kill 2. They are just crushing right now, both of them. All of a sudden, 2 down for the red team, and only Diablo dying, and he had his soul stacks as well. So, this is actually getting insane. They went down 2 heroes, and then the blue team decided that they don't want to lose the game after all. And they trade Diablo's souls for 2 kills. And keep that boss in mind. That bad boy is still up. That game. How much damage does Tracer have by now? Limu is doing a great job, but now they're going for Urel again, and I don't really like the chances of the Quasar. But in this case, they were able to get away. Oh, Tracer, careful! Oh. Yeah, they might have moved out a little bit too far. 81,000 damage by Hanzo, and Tracer gets wrecked. The Riptire. Rest in pieces. Tracer is down. And now they are in real trouble because there's a 5 against 2 situation on the map. And with the boss up, this is the opportunity now to not only get a boss, but also get the turn in. Alright, team has definitely been playing around a little bit too much and nearly lost the... Well, they actually lost the momentum in the game, but currently they're trying to reclaim it. 4v5, it's all about the boss, baby. It's all about the boss. Who gets it? Who gets it? They're trying. Red team wants to steal it away. Can't quite. Good control from Stukov. Gets interrupted on the lurking arm. Blue team claims it and they get the kill on their Haka. It was a Hail Mary. Tracer is still not here, but it's the only play that they had available. We're already 21 minutes in. They needed to contest the boss. They know that it's a shitty play to make, but it's the only play that they have available in that situation. Now Garrosh dies too, and of course this pain train is gonna hit the core, and it's gonna hit the core hard. This should be game right here. Fantastic effort by Team RageQuit, and they even get a kill on Urel in their attempt to save the day. If they can kill... Masquerade has to cancel the ult, he dies. So does Tracer. She came, she saw, and she died again. Veni, Vidi, BG. But now the core is getting attacked by the boss, and that bad boy still has quite a lot of hit points left. They get Sylvanas too, but it's not looking good regardless. 50% on the core, the boss just too strong. Hanzo gets stunned, and I don't think they can pull this one off. Still, big shout out to Team RageQuit. Great effort by them. Valiantly fought, but Team moves on to the semi-final to face off against the Chili Donuts.